Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Sagittarius. Let's see what's happening with Sagittarius. What is it you need to know? The Chariot. It's all about taking control of a situation, full steam ahead. Yeah, I see beautiful change. This is someone creating change, determined to succeed. A lot of willpower here. Yeah, I see communication, fast moving, gaining momentum. So there is change coming. It could come in out of the blue. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, but it's often very positive energy. Nice. Yeah, someone's trying to temper those emotions. It's about remaining calm, taking a step back. Some of you could feel something is a little off here, Sag. If something comes in out of the blue and kind of sudden, could throw you off, but it is an energy of bringing in change. Yeah, there's change coming. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at that. I feel this energy of the Ten of Cups. Actually, this card come out first, pardon me. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised someone's moving and relocating, but this is an energy of things someone here has been probably really busy waiting for things to calm down because they're determined to succeed. It could have to do with, someone's financial success, but it's an energy of determination. Now, often when things come in suddenly out of the blue or someone's busy, they take a step back a little bit. Yeah, take a little step back, wait for things to calm down. Someone's applying lessons learned from the past, but look at this emotional fulfillment. This is someone taking a step back and seeing the bigger picture. Interesting. I love the fact that the Chariot's here because it has to do with someone taking charge of a situation. It's an energy of someone creating the change. And I do feel change is necessary, but it's also an energy of just kind of going with the flow, letting go of control, and kind of just letting it be. Because I do feel this energy of, now this is often things happening quickly, maybe even multiple opportunities, but I do see this energy of being patient, tempering those emotions, passions, and just kind of getting acquainted. See, it's about getting acquainted, I feel. But some of you definitely are trying to, maybe you're putting on the brakes with someone here. See, moving on and distancing yourself from a situation. But I wouldn't be surprised there is this long distance and even moving and relocating energy. Just take what resonates. Where is my deck? I'll take this deck here. Tell me about the Chariot. Yeah, see, it has to do with a strong financial foundation, a reason to celebrate a home. So I'm wondering if this is someone, I don't know if someone's driving by someone's home, but I see moving and relocating too. Yeah, it's a determination to succeed. What if someone's putting on the brakes a little bit here and looking at things different after a period of time when things settle down? This is often work, right? This is busy times, feeling overwhelmed, too much happening too fast. And then we have the Lovers. So this has to do with a connection. It's love, it's a bond, a connection, but there's some kind of change. Now I wonder if, when someone puts on the brakes and then they take another look because they see things different or they start to feel different, but often when people put on the brakes, they feel something's a little off. So why is this? It could have to do with someone who's their type. Often this is someone looking at someone, whether they're type. But I do see this need to get acquainted. There's definitely a need to get acquainted here. Yeah, someone's kind of protecting themselves, their money, their financial foundation, just keeping things close to their chest, not budging or giving in right now. Yeah, and it could be someone just feeling, been there, done that, right? Someone who comes in very quick. Yeah, we got someone in their field. Someone protecting their heart and their money, their home. But this is someone keeping things close to their chest too, so... Yeah, this is a person all up in their feels, how they're feeling. See, it's about being emotionally ready. And I feel it's just saying, it's all about emotional fulfillment, seeing the bigger picture. It's about getting acquainted. It's about taking the time to get to know someone, to form a bond, to actually connect. especially if they're different than the usual type. So it's about trying something different. Different type of person, or just doing it differently. Yeah, getting acquainted. But also if things are very busy, feeling overwhelmed, wait for things to calm down a little. Yeah, look at that. A fresh new start, an opportunity, an invitation. Someone's cup runneth over. It's a resurgence of love. Oh my goodness. Tell me about the 10 of emotion. Yeah, we have a Queen of Pentacles. This is an energy of someone who's pretty happy where they're at. But this is all about the bigger picture. Happy home, happy life. This is someone looking ahead, kind of seeing a future with someone. This is often marriage material, but it's someone who has a comfortable home. Someone who likes to be comfortable. It's an energy. Queen of Pentacles likes to feel safe. This is someone who likes stability and security. But they're definitely someone who focuses a lot on their money and finances too. They try to keep their life very balanced. So it's about making someone feel comfortable, or someone felt uncomfortable. And this is often a person who comes across like they're not interested. Okay? So like I say, it's someone who maybe isn't seeing this coming. But it's often a person who always tries to be prepared. They're always prepared ahead. Because it's funny how the card's coming in this direction too. Tell me about this 8 of Wands. Yeah, see, it's about the start of something new. There's a lot of happiness and joy. This is all about the sun shining. See, this is about clarity. I do see maybe a new house, a new home, but I'm seeing a new beginning. And it does have to do with two people going with the flow. See, it's just let go of control. Go with the flow. Take the time to get to know each other. See, it's about forming a bond. It has to do with love and forming a bond, getting acquainted, getting comfortable, feeling comfortable. That's what it's all about. See whether it feels like home. If someone's a good fit. See, someone here is a good fit. Interesting. Yeah, this is quite the energy. Sag. Yeah, and these 3 cards coming out could be masculine Sag. I also see Leo, so you can flip the energies, but this is about asking someone out on a date. It's all about exploring this and just going with the flow and see where it goes. And let go of control. Somebody here could be driving by someone's house too. Yeah, temperance is often someone taking a little test. Taking a step back. But this is someone protecting themselves, everything they've worked for. Now, it could be connected to this person, keeping things close to their chest, protecting themselves. But you can flip those energies. But it's all about someone who knows what they want and generally go for it. See, it has to do with whether the feelings are mutual. But it has to do with somebody that knows their worth and their value. It's respect and being respectful. So I do see someone being very spontaneous and just kind of messages coming in out of the blue. This is often someone who isn't always the most spontaneous. They like to know ahead. They like to plan and prepare, to be prepared. So this is someone who I feel almost isn't prepared. But they generally plan ahead. And it's all about feeling stable. This is a person who likes to keep their life balanced. They could be just a really busy person. They have a lot going on, so often they can get a little overwhelmed if they don't know what's coming. So it's all about prepared for whatever's coming. This is probably someone who generally is, but always kind of feels that they're not a little, Yeah, and I do feel this has to do with going on a date. See, someone taking the lead. So it's about sort of exploring this connection too. Let's just explore this and see where it goes. But it has to do with mutual feelings. Someone needs to let go of control. They need to, and I do see respect, self-respect here, because I do feel this is about being spontaneous. Someone coming in very fast, coming on a bit too strong, but it's such a positive energy. So I don't feel like this is someone who's not interested. They just like to know ahead. They like to be prepared. But I love this energy of getting acquainted. So all the things to avoid are being too spontaneous, coming in too fast, too strong. And I do see this person here with this King of Cups. So I don't know. If you had a date with this person, if you are a masculine Sag, you had a date, something here may not have served you, or you felt that someone, someone didn't have their best interest at heart, but it has to do with this fast-moving energy. Now, it could be someone who has multiple opportunities, and I wouldn't be surprised there's somebody new coming in. But like I say, I feel like this is probably your energy. And if you feel something is off, and that, I mean, it could be the feminine Sag here too, feeling something's a little off, so they're protecting themselves. It's someone who comes in too fast. They come in out of the blue. Yeah, it's often, and it's too that energy, if it's too good to be true, it's too much of a good thing. So this is why often people put on the brakes. But it's saying, the star is about releasing things that don't serve. And I feel it has to do with somebody respecting someone's, the fact that someone's busy, they like to plan and prepare ahead. But I feel this is also this opportunity, extending an invitation, see a fresh new start. Yes, I feel this person's generally open. Like I just say, they need to plan and prepare ahead. It's also an energy of feeling like home, getting comfortable. Some people take a little bit longer to get comfortable, so someone may have felt a little uncomfortable with this situation. But the Queen of Pentacles is often very gracious. Look, see, it's about communication and manifesting. So we have two people here. There's definitely desire. But it's an energy of releasing anything that no longer serves. This is energy of someone kind of looking at, well, I guess it is what it is. They're not really interested. The Queen of Pentacles is often someone who doesn't really recognize, always see what's going on around them. See, they're focused on other things, their money, their house, their home, things in their life that they're always trying to stay balanced. They don't really recognize or always notice what's going on. So, this is someone busy preparing. But it's interesting because we have someone here who's now seeing the bigger picture. So it's definitely an energy of respect and desire. There's no doubt there's this manifesting. So this is someone who literally has everything they need. But they are, like I say, it's an energy of protection. And I feel like this is all about feeling like home. A strong financial foundation, home. So I don't know. I feel like we got two people here. It's just a matter of getting acquainted. Someone's busy, maybe waiting for things to calm down. I definitely see that. But I do see also if there is someone here making a choice between two and they're moving on from someone, there could be a new person coming in. It has to do with emotional availability. Someone being emotionally available. But I do see a date and then someone put on the brakes possibly here. I think the biggest thing is letting go of control. That need to rush because it likely doesn't serve. But it's funny because the star is also about someone looking at, well, it is what it is. I guess it wasn't meant to be. They're not really interested. But I feel like it's the other way around. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's the Queen of Cups. See, they're emotionally mature, but like I say, it's about being comfortable, getting comfortable with someone. It's about making someone feel safe. And the Four of Pentacles is all about balance and harmony. It's someone who focuses on one thing, then another thing in unison, in a pattern. Like it's just a person, the way they live their life. It's somewhat structured. It's not like this person can't be spontaneous, but it's about, I mean, this is somebody emotionally mature, available. I mean, they're open, they're ready, but like I say, it's all about getting comfortable. And if you have a choice, if you are the masculine and you have a choice, you know, you might be taking a step back. One of these isn't like the other. And it's almost like there's a feminine in that energy possibly as well. So it's either or, but the star is all about hope and faith, that the feelings are mutual. Tell me about the Magician. Why is the Magician here? Yeah, see someone manifesting, building, focusing on work. They're trying to manifest something. That could be working on their house and home or building their financial foundation. But this is also an energy of someone putting in effort. See, putting in effort to build the foundation. Yeah, and I do feel, I mean, I'm hoping this isn't somebody here refusing to budge and give in to someone, or someone who wants to be in control, or they want things their way. I don't think this person's about control. I feel they're more about keeping their life balanced. A lot of focus on work, but it's also about manifesting and putting in effort. See, it's about someone making someone a priority. If someone isn't a priority, this isn't somebody who can form a pattern or a schedule to keep their life in balance. Because, I mean, this could be someone here who's trying to find balance between dating, their love life, and their work. Yeah, someone who often gets very busy. I wouldn't be surprised if it's either or, masculine or feminine, but this is all about exploring this. It's a little test. Often dating is a little test to see how two people get along, but it takes a little time. And it also takes effort, and it takes two people to build here. So I feel it's all about getting acquainted. And if this is also an energy, if it feels off, you just move on. You just move on to avoid a disaster. But sometimes things end up in a disaster because people don't put in enough effort. And I feel like that's what that Queen of Pentacles is doing, is focusing on work, avoiding a disaster. See, they're not really avoiding someone. They're just not feeling comfortable in the situation. Interesting. But it is a person who likes to plan and prepare. They are emotionally available. It's just somebody who doesn't project that. They don't just put it out there that way. Queen of Pentacles, yeah. This is a stable person. And they could be any sign here. I do see Leo. I do see Gemini. A lot of Cancer energy. See, self-care, self-nurturing. Yeah, tell me about the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, yeah. So I do feel letting go of pride and ego, planning, preparing, hoping for the best. See, this is someone who kind of feels something isn't going to go anywhere. Well, this isn't going to go anywhere. So they just kind of put on the brakes. But now we have someone taking a step back, seeing things completely different. Things kind of calming down. I feel like there was just a busy time, a lot going on. But I also see this new. See, it has to do with somebody new possibly coming in. Now, if you're the person who's broke free and put on the brakes from a situation because you see it's not going anywhere, or somebody just comes in when they want attention, or they're looking for someone to provide for them, the Queen of Pentacles provides for themselves. But this is also a person, if the other person comes in with of not wanting to provide anything, this person's quite content to stay the way they are. Because it is all about happy home, happy life. It's about two people filling each other's cups, filling each other's needs. It's about working together, building together. Interesting. So I do see that whole bigger picture of, I think it's all about getting acquainted. It's about learning about each other, applying lessons learned from the past to this situation. So, yeah, I think it's all planning, preparing, hoping for the best. Letting go of control, learning to go with the flow. But there is this beautiful change. And I wouldn't be surprised if somebody has ended a situation, put on the brakes, because there's this new energy, this new person. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's the feminine, but yeah, tell me about the new. Yeah, we got a King of Pentacles. Yeah, see the King and Queen of Pentacles. But I mean, this could be a whole new energy. It's all about financial stability. And I do feel that with the masculine, see, it's all about this new happiness and joy. Someone's definitely seeing things clearly here. But it also, and that's what happens when a little time goes by, things calm down. This busy time to kind of think about it. Taking a step back, see someone feeling something is off, but actually it's an energy of something that's actually just right. And I actually, and if you have someone here who's, if you're the masculine, you have someone here who's no longer not reciprocating or putting any effort, it is very possible there's a new person coming in. Unless you're in that energy of the King of Pentacles, someone who plans, prepares ahead. See, they're not it's not about not being spontaneous. It's about people who focus a lot on work. They're busy. They have a lot going on. They like to be prepared. And it's about their house, their home, you know. This is about seeing the bigger picture, preparing for the long term. So, and it could be just the energies you're sharing with this person. See, long-term stability. So there is this need to let go of some things that no longer serve. But it has to do with this mutual energy, how two people feel, this mutual. I think it's about getting acquainted more than anything. Yeah, applying lessons from anything from the past. It's about avoiding a disaster, the things to avoid, but it's about getting acquainted. Yeah, two people coming together. See, I feel like this is somebody who may have come on too fast, too strong. And then one of you is putting on the brakes here because they feel the other person's just looking for attention, or they're only interested in someone because of what they can provide. But what someone is also seeing here is the other person provides something. They provide for themselves. I mean, and I feel it's both people, but yeah, I hope it's not someone looking for friends with benefits. I mean, it all depends. I mean, two people can decide whatever they want. I mean, it could be two people who have their own homes. It's going back and forth, traveling, maybe distance. It doesn't look like long distance, but for some of you it could be. But this is the whole point of someone not feeling safe or comfortable with friends with benefits. So yeah, it has to do with putting in effort. It has to do with building, making someone a priority in their life and putting the effort. See, once someone knows they're a priority, then they plan and prepare ahead. They can be ready. But this is about emotional intimacy as well, seeing eye to eye, having a talk. Now, I wonder if some of you got a long distance situation where you're at a distance here, and I do feel maybe meeting each other for the first time. It might feel a little off if they're different than your usual type. But I feel like there's something here definitely worth exploring here. And I do see this dating, courting energy. See, going on a date. And this is an energy of someone who has expectations. What they're expecting is, see, it's about letting go of expectations when you go on a date. And that's what it is. See, going on a date, somebody expecting something here, the expectation. So it's a releasing those expectations and letting it go. That's why it's saying just go with the flow. Just go on that date. You know, it might take a few dates here. See, getting acquainted. It's all about putting in the effort. But the Queen of Pentacles certainly isn't going to feel very comfortable if someone expects something after a date. So, I mean, it could, like I say, we've got this energy of, I mean, I don't think this Queen of Pentacles expected anything. I don't see anyone here being entitled. I don't see any entitlement. I just see something didn't turn out as expected. I don't know what someone was expecting when it comes to a date. What do they expect? And it could be, that's all it could be for the masculine. What does this person expect, right? What do they want? Well, this is someone who likes to, they know their worth and value. They want, you know, it's about respect. And it has to do with someone respecting someone's time. But yeah, I do feel this energy of putting in effort. And it is, I think a lot of it's to do with busy people, being busy, you know, respecting each other's time and energy, the effort that's being put in. Yeah, see all the things to avoid. But if this is two people after a period of time getting to know each other, if you feel like you're not growing closer, literally you just go your separate ways and make peace and just peacefully move away from each other. So that's kind of interesting. But I definitely, if this is something that's happened, I do see a King of Pentacles, somebody new coming in. Maybe this is someone who they feel this is someone more their type. But look at this. I feel like this is, I think this is for most of you two people, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a new person coming in, somebody who's ready to make a move. They're stable, they've planned, prepared, they're ready. And it's also an energy not only being financially ready, it's being emotionally ready. But there's that aha moment. See that moment of truth? See, it's that enlightenment. Seeing the truth. It just is what it is. It's going to be what it be. Let go of expectations. But yeah, anyone who expects anything, and it could be this person felt uncomfortable with someone here because after a date they expected something. that attention, the physical connection. So this is somebody who definitely likes to get to know someone. I do think it's a friends first, and I feel friends first is always the best way to start, because then you can avoid any kind of disaster. You can go your separate ways. Nothing's happened, right? Yeah, so I do feel one of you here, I don't know if it's masculine or feminine, but it's about someone who kind of is expecting something here. One thing I'll tell you, when you go on a date, nobody has a right to expect a second date. I mean, let's look at the reality of this energy. It's almost like it's what somebody was expecting. I think someone was expecting someone at some point to put in a little more effort, but I see a masculine who's put a lot of effort in and never got what they expected. Crazy energy. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's two masculine energies here. And maybe even two feminine energies. I don't know. But the King and Queen of Cups and King and Queen of Pentacles often are two people who couple up. They work together. They build together. They spend a lot of time together. And they often do a lot of things together. But if somebody here comes in and doesn't put in a lot of effort, then they expect something after a date. This could be why someone's putting on the brakes. So, like I say, it's about letting go of control, going with the flow, letting go of expectations, and it takes two people to build, but I see friends first. It's always best to be friends first and form that bond, not rushing to take things to that physical connection. So it's an energy of someone doing something different, trying things different, doing it in a different way. And I do feel this is a person who's often different too, because it is an energy of someone who knows their worth and value. But it is someone who's protecting themselves too, that protection. Lots to do with finances too. The world is here. It's often where the tables are turned. See, the tables are turning, and it's creating this change. Something has changed someone forever here. But I'm loving the energy because I do think these are the things, are the realizations, the truth, the enlightenment, that little aha moment, right? Put in a little bit more effort. Because this is the Queen of Cups, someone who often puts in a lot of effort and things don't turn out as expected. So this is someone who's changed now. Now this person doesn't put any effort in until there's been some dating, courting, and this person puts in effort. And that's what it's about. But it's about letting go of the expectations. Yeah, and it's what somebody's expecting too, see? After a period of dating, it's just the person who often expects that there's going to be some kind of commitment. If not, it's about moving on. I mean, I really literally see two people who probably could have a really good relationship here. But I still have a funny feeling, and I just get this vibe of someone putting on the brakes because they're not getting the attention they want from someone. And if they don't get what they want from one person, they go get it from another. And that's why the Queen of Pentacles often, and even the masculine can deal with that same energy from a feminine, doesn't feel safe. Because it's someone, if they don't get what they want from one, they get it from somewhere else. This is a person here I feel it's all about happy home, happy life. It's about two people who give each other what they want. They fill each other's needs. Everyone has certain needs, things they like and dislike. But I feel it's all about getting acquainted, making sure that you're right for each other first and foremost. Yeah, it might cost a little bit of money. It might take a little bit of time, but it's definitely a great way to avoid a disaster in the future. I feel like we got two people who could really connect here, but it's like I say, it's all about the expectations. It's about self-respect, self-worth, letting go of things that no longer serve, things that keep you stuck. Because I do see somebody here who's kind of stubborn. They kind of want things their way. They want to stay in control. They like to be in control. And that's where I feel the tables are turned. And now we have a feminine who's in that energy. And it could literally be the other way around. So yeah, it could go somewhere. It's just a matter of change. See, the Empress energy, someone who knows their worth. And this is somebody who's open to other offers and opportunities. This isn't someone who lets someone keep them stuck or stagnant. This is someone who has a lot of abundance. And they are someone who's manifesting. They're someone who works, they build, they're creative. But this is a person who literally wants a partner. They're looking for a partner, not a playmate or friends with benefits. I mean, the Empress will do whatever the Empress wants. The Empress wants to take a man, they'll take a man. If the Empress wants to, just be single, they'll be single. I mean, but it's all about dating. It's all about going on a date. Where did that card go? Yeah, see, it's all about going on a date. Someone may have put on the brakes. They felt something was off or someone wasn't their type because they acted a little aloof. It's just a person who's trying to be calm. It takes time for some people to get comfortable. This is a very balanced person. The Empress is very balanced. This is a person who keeps their life balanced. But if they start to feel something, start feeling uncomfortable, this is often a person who kind of just sits there and waits for the other person to make that move. It is about protection, not only their money, but their heart. See, it's about protecting their heart too, keeping things close to the chest, which tells me a little bit of privacy, which if I were to go further, I'll bet you that High Priestess comes out. See, privacy, what goes on between two people stays between two people. So, but it's all about someone investing, making someone a bit of a priority and making time for someone. This is someone who will make time, but only if someone puts in effort. Other than that, they're focused on work. And I actually feel there's two people here pretty similar. You're like each other's type. You're still a little different. But, I mean, the King of Wands is here. Aries, Leo, Sag energy. Someone who's generally bold and confident. They want something. They go after it. But this King of Wands is looking at something else here. Maybe from the past. Applying the lessons learned. I don't know if this is... it's the masculine feeling it's too good to be true. But... it's always this and that are true. The only way to get to know someone is to get acquainted, to spend time with them, to be with them. I mean, a trip is always a good way. Taking a little trip, a road trip, going places, whatever it may be, is a great way to learn about someone. But I feel like I almost feel like these are two people who've dated, courted. Someone wasn't getting what they wanted, so they put on the brakes. But this is another person who wants their cake and eat it too. If they don't get what they want, they go get it somewhere else. I mean, the Empress can do that too, but this is often somebody who's, I feel, knows their worth and value, Yeah, so someone who wants to be valued, they want to know that this person respects them, that they're willing to put in the effort. Because if someone doesn't put in effort, then you look at it like, is it worth investing in? Where's this going to go? I mean, the Empress this is an energy with the Queen of Pentacles, Empress energy of someone who's quite patient. If it looks like it's something that's going to pay off, but if it's not, it's someone who will, like I say, again, the feminine could be the one putting on the brakes. Someone who takes their power back from someone who just comes in when they want attention. I mean, it's all about planning, preparing, hoping for the best, looking at the bright side, It's all about just learning to go with the flow. I see beautiful change and opportunity here. So it's all how people utilize these energies. Patience is good, but showing that there's interest, showing interest by putting in effort. If someone doesn't put in a lot of effort, the Empress is like, oh, I guess they're not really that interested. So you see, they come across as a little aloof, but doesn't mean they don't care. It's just... it is what it is. There's no point in getting all excited about it or getting all upset and emotional because the Empress isn't ruled by emotion. They always keep that in balance, everything in balance. So this is quite a lovely energy here. But I like the masculine energy too. And I think this is just somebody who's kind of, I don't know, protecting themselves, everything they work for because they feel like they're someone who gets a lot of attention, maybe because they're stable financially. They're always chaste. Someone who often even gets a lot of unwanted attention can be someone who's kind of closed off and protective. Not just money, but heart, because the King of Cups is also there. But two people who work together, they protect each other, you see, and that's what it's all about. This could go somewhere. Like I say, it's either getting acquainted or it's at the point where it's time to show that interest, to show that emotional energy by putting in more effort. Take care. Bye for now.